Hey everyone, I'm Flash and this is SportsbookReview.com going through all your college bowls. We're off to Tampa, and then whenever we're off to Tampa that means I need the big Ragoo. He's joined by the big boss, but we're going for the Outback Bowl, Ragoo, and the Minnesota at 10-2 taking on Auburn, and Auburn having to give up 7. Is that just a step too far?
I think it might be. My man. 10-2 with Minnesota. They lost 2 of the top-tier teams in the Big Ten. You know, they were knocking at the door playing for championship possibilities. I mean, P.J. Fleck has got that locker room. You know, they're all bought in 100% up there. You know, they'll row that boat, so to speak. Whatever they got to do to get the job done, they're going to do it. Nice team, nice all-around balanced, well-coached team. And Auburn, on the other hand, you know, they had their tough looks early in the season. They lost to all the top-tier teams in the SEC too. So both of these teams have played against their top-tier teams in their divisions, and they come up a little short here. So this ought to make a real nice game down in Tampa for this game. I think I would mind taking the points in this game. I'm an SEC type of guy as far as speed and agility, but this team here, the way they're coached, I really, really like what they got going on. So I'm going to take the +7 in this spot versus Auburn.
Big boss, I know you're not going to want to hear this, but it's going to be Scorchio in Florida. It's going to be above the 80-degree mark, so it's suntan lotions. There's going to be no excuses on the weather other than if you run, the defense are going to want agua.
Well, both of these teams right here, they both get their money running the ball, although Minnesota can also put the ball in the air a little bit too. But on the defensive side of things, between the two teams, they're holding the teams to under 650 yards total between the two. So I expect these two to slug it out on the ground a little bit. Auburn, you know, they had their issues on offense from time to time. They kind of rely on their defense. They're only letting up 18 points a game. But on the ATS side of things, Auburn has been doing good. Auburn had a nice, if you want to talk about adversity and playing some decent competition, they had a great run. But this Minnesota team is more of our Cinderella team right here this year. Kind of came out of nowhere. And you got to respect that as well because those players, we don't know what the motivating factor is, but they came to play this season. They're 10-2. They're in the bowl game, and they got a lot to prove right here. So I don't know if I would really venture on the side. If I did, I don't know where I would stand on the side. I don't like the 7. Another game that should be down to this should be a field goal game, but the 7 is there now. So I don't know. I kind of lean, I guess, with Minnesota, getting an extra 4 points when I think it should be 3. But the total right here at 53, I think this is a game that might turn into some defense coming to play on the field, and I think we get under this total as well. 53, I think we slide right in under that.
Yeah, I've got to pick you up on what you said, Dave. You're thinking it should be a pick-em or a field goal at most, and you're getting 7. Then surely that's a 4-point gift. Looking over at Bookmaker, you can go with the Minnesota +7 and the total at 53.5. So you can go under. Go to sportsbookreview.com/bookmaker. Press that button. Have a good read up. And I tell you what, they say that knowledge is king. Ragoo, I've got to come back to you because both of these teams, they've played against the big guns, and now they're going to lock horns. I'm thinking that 53.5, it could go over.
Yeah, if you like this game as a pick'em, like you guys are saying with that 4-point differential, field goal, whatever. So if it comes down to a field goal game, then that could possibly be an overtime look. Who the heck knows? 53. It's a decent number. I think that's a good set number for this game. So I'm not going to fool around with the total. But, yeah, I mean, either way, probably a turnover or 2 difference is going to come down in this game here. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other. So I look for a trench type of game. Maybe a couple trick play or a turnover or special teams play is going to be the difference maker for me.
Well, number 12, Auburn taking on number 18, Minnesota. You've got to take the points with Minnesota. I don't fancy Auburn are going to come to town and blow them out. Remember, it's going to be a hot game. And if they go run, which we expect they will do, then I tell you what, the defences will be tired late in the third quarter and certainly into the fourth. So I think points will be put up on the board. Go over your 53.5. Remember to go over to Bookmaker. Thanks for joining us, but be sure to join us for the next one because it's a Citrus Bowl and it's number 14 Michigan taking on 13 Alabama. Surely Alabama, they've got something to prove. We'll see you soon.